OldTimeRadioDVD.com has the largest, best collection of vintage and nostalgic media on the internet. Large collections of old-time radio shows, classic TV, movies, cartoons, and serials. Check them out today, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the Gazette, you are missing out on the only digital magazine of its kind to be found anywhere, and it's free. Go to OldTimeRadioDVD.com, check out the collections, and subscribe to the Gazette. Trust me, you'll be glad you did.
The Silent Scream by Wally K. Daly, with James Lawrenson as Tom Harris and Hannah Gordon as his wife Sally. Colin Douglas as the Prime Minister, Peter Wickham as Silkin, and Donald Hewlett as A.P. Smith.
Control 1 to base unit 12. Control 1 to base unit 12. Earthchild approaching too close to mind barrier. Seek and redirect, but do not harm. Repeat, seek and redirect, but do not harm. Over.
I got here as quickly as I could.
It's good to see you, Brian.
And you, Sal. What's the problem?
Maybe Sam.
Oh, serious?
He's gone for a walk in other people's minds.
How do you mean?
He's closed down his body. His sixth sense has taken over. He's gone on walkabout, look. Wave your hand in front of his eyes.
Ooh, no reaction.
Outside stimuli not getting through to him at all.
Oh, what's he doing in there?
He's flitting from mind to mind. He's on an experience binge, travelling at the rate of knots.
Have you been in after him?
Yes, it didn't do any good. It's like a playful pup. Every time I get near to him, or he senses me approaching, he just jumped off to another mind.
Can't you just leave him in there till he gets bored, or wants to come home, or gets hungry or something?
He won't get bored. There's too many new sensations, and he's too far away to be aware of hunger. Chances are he could get lost. The chances are he could die.
Oh, Sal. It's absolutely new to me, this complete mind-body separation.
And me. Still, Sam's the first baby who's been given the capacities.
Come on, do something, the pair of you. Stop blandly discussing him as if he was a...
Sal, we'll do something, but we've got to talk it through. I've got to go in there deep, and I'll need Brian to guide me back. We've got to know between us what we're going to do. This is bigger than the problem of Sam, Sal. When the aliens carry out their threat and the power pours in, every child on Earth has got this coming to them. And we've got to work out an answer.
Admittedly, delicious. Thought you'd like it. Another cup? No, thank you. Ah. Would you like to tell me? Tell you? Yes, Mr. Silkin, tell me. Ah. It's always been a pleasure to be invited to office tea by the PM's private secretary, but I do feel after all these years that I can sense when there's more to the occasion than meets the eye.
Now you mention it, AP, there was a little something. The PM informs me that we've a tiny task to perform. Or rather, you have.
Namely?
To set up a meeting between the PM and Tom Harris.
What?
We need his help.
Tom Harris? Mr. Silkin, you wouldn't do this to a fellow civil servant.
It was the Prime Minister's personal request that you should be the one to carry out the task. Go to Allingbury collecting.
This man Harris is becoming a habit. You do realize I was the one sent to check him after his disappearing trick in space?
Of course I know. I issued the orders and suggested that Harris, wife and child, along with that detective sergeant fellow, Brian Forbes, should be incarcerated safely in the underground atom shelter.
Yes, he did.
You achieved that object with an aplomb that pleased the PM. Hence his request for your further assistance.
You're right. I'm sorry, sir. Like to fill me in on the details?
Certainly.
I'll have that second cup now as well. Welcome to the hall, Andy.
Hello. Thanks for the
No, don't walk in. Fly, Andy, fly.
Only blinding out here, Andy.
He's frightened.
Don't be frightened.
Oh, I'm not frightened.
No need to talk.
Mouths are finished. An open book, your mind.
He is frightened.
Frightened, Andy. Frightened, Andy.
Stop. Group mind formed. Andy, we're all one now. Open to us.
No.
See? Just one mass mind, see?
Yes. I can see. All jumbled up together. Why? Why'd you become one like this?
Strong.
We're so strong. Could move a mountain. Shake a house. Just like this.
What's she doing? Stop! It'll fall down!
One mind. The English mind can fork the world with lightning. See? See, Andy? Gods of the universe. Masters of the world. Rub clouds together. Can make thunder.
Stop it! Stop it, please! Please! Stop!
Don't be frightened, Andy. You'll be one of us now.
We're going to take you in. You'll be one of the English group minds.
So powerful. We're all over the world. Every country now has their own group mind.
Nothing to be frightened by.
Part of it.
Not frightening.
When we all join together very soon and become one world mind, then we will be a little frightening, Andy. But not to you, you'll be part of it. You can help us kill off the old ones. It will be fun. Very soon now. Very soon.
No. No. No.
Group mind, reform,
I want to go home.
and welcome a new disciple.
Please, let me go home.
Andrew.
Sam! Where are you? Sam! It's Daddy! Sam! Sam!
What have we got ourselves into, Tom? It's like Disneyland. God, it's creepy. You can't work it out. The colours are fantastic, as warm, but I'm still getting cold feet. Sam! Sam, where are you? Tom? Tom, pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together.
Tom!
It's just getting a bit hysterical. I'm all right now.
We'll share the joke. Could do you some light relief.
It just struck me. Did you ever see Peter Pan when you were a kid?
No, I can't say I did.
Were you in a Tinkerbell?
Yeah, little fairy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. The one the kids finally say. She's just a light, a little pulsating light, flitting around, completely disembodied. I hear you talking somewhere inside me, with some part of me, who knows how. I hear you talking, and I hear the voice of you, Brian, 6'2" detective. And I immediately picture what you look like. I look through this multicolored gossamer wonderland we're in, Lord knows where, and I see you're the same as me. Just a tiny spark of light flitting round, changing color from white to red to blue to green. Two Tinkerbells adrift in the back of a baby's mind. The essence of you and me is that small. But I go on hearing and imagining 6'2" detective. I see you, Brian.
Quiet.
What?
I thought... It's him. Sam, he's over that way. But the thought trail goes straight ahead.
He must have cut back on himself. I'll go that way. Stay here. If need be, you can guide me back.
Okay.
Coming, Sam. I'm coming, Sam. Stay where you are. I'm coming. Daddy's coming.
Allingbury. Allingbury. Tickets, please. All tickets to be shown, please. Thank you, sir.
A taxi?
Just through the door, sir. Other side of the forecourt.
Many thanks, Collector. You're a credit to your calling.
He's arrived.
At the station. Taxi.
Won't take him.
Make him.
Hurt him.
Lip his mind.
No. Wait. It's all right. Offered big tip. Accepted.
Oh, getting in. Mind a jumble.
Driver will take him as far as the crossroads. Frightened. I see him stationed.
Driver greedy. Easy ball.
Not nice.
Deserves to be hurt.
We'll freeze him. At the crossroads. 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 To the crossroads. Fly. 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 Fly.
Very civil of you, driver.
Very civil of you, Mr.
Smith, AP. An innocuous little name, but enough to mark me out.
You sure your expenses will run to it, Mr. Smith?
No problem, driver. I don't suppose the country will miss the price of a new tank. It's all in a good cause.
Pardon?
I said I don't suppose I could interest you in extending your jaunt, driver. Countryside looking so pretty and all.
Sorry, the crossroads is it. I feel a bit wary going that far, to be honest. But Christmas is coming, and a big tip's a big tip.
Yes, I suppose it will be. Tell me, driver, How are the villagers up there taking the goings-on? Taking it in their stride, are they?
Oh, well, hard to work out, really. Don't see much of them nowadays. I think they've all been trained in this thing, but can't be sure. Yeah, kids certainly have. Hardly dare look at them.
How do you mean?
Well, if they see you watching them, nasty. They turn and stare. Dead cold. Like they see right inside you. You see what I mean? Creepy.
Doesn't sound exactly... Oh, my God! What on earth? Ah, presumably that's the crossroads ahead. Surprise, surprise. Reception committee waiting. 15 or 20 of them, would you say, driver? Average age 16, perhaps? They are a rather scary bunch, aren't they? And all looking this way. Creepy, personified. Your adjective is aptly clarified. Well, I suppose you want to be paid. Driver? Driver?
I've got the driver's mind. Good. Hold him steady.
Smith's putting on a calm face.
Not frightened enough. Make him frightened.
Hurt him.
No. Lift the taxi. Lift the taxi. Float it to us. One mind. One mind. Lift. Lift.
Good God, what's happening? I don't believe it. The wheels are off the ground. We're being floated forward. Fantastic. It would appear our presence is required at the crossroads. Oh, good heavens. Well, here goes, AP. Afternoon, gentlemen. Madam. Lovely day for flying. Yes, lovely day. Who'd think on a day as lovely as today my driver would end up frozen? Still, we live in a wondrous age. Yes, wondrous age. And I face, presumably, a fine example of its wonders. Silent majority. 5, 10, 15. Yes, 15 exactly. 6 senses to a man, or to a boy, should I say? I'm trying to put all my thoughts in the open. I know I can't keep any dark secrets, and I can sense you all nibbling away in the shady recesses at the back there. You must forgive it, in my mind, for its rather old-fashioned reaction to your present demeanour. After all, it shouldn't really be surprised. Fiction becomes fact too often these days to require comment. It only remains to discover which piece of fiction you've escaped from.
We are our own masters, not puppets.
Oh, you can speak. How nice. Your own masters. Invisible strings tie up our lives, unseen until he pulls. But who is he? Only time will tell.
We are our own masters.
I hope for your own sake and the world's you're right. You know who I am, of course.
Smith, AP, an innocuous little person, but enough to mark you out. Tricked Harris before the aliens released his full powers.
Jailed him. Underground Atom Shelter.
Returned to shoot him. Failed. Now here to request his assistance.
Very good. You are clever.
Don't push too far. You might get nipped. You're surprised by our uninvited reading of your mind. Harris and the other oldies are more genteel than we are. Different generation. The wrong attitude, but for a little while longer, quite harmless.
Do factions appear? Harris and the oldies versus we, knowledgeable youth?
We are simply realists.
We read for a purpose. We wish to know in advance who plots and plans.
Plots and plans, indeed. Sounds not unlike Chinese kitchenware. Not a smile between them. Reply to the next generation of English comedians is not to be envied.
The destruction of mankind is not a laughing matter, Smith. And your government's efforts to blind people to the realities of the situation and of the need to take our training have been all too successful. But there's a high price in suffering the world must soon pay. We young ones worldwide will see to that. You have succeeded in making us media monsters.
Whereas in reality, you're just clean living, upstanding, normal super monsters.
I warned you. Enough. Smith, the driver has now been conditioned. He'll drive you to the village, deliver your message to Mr. Harris, and leave. Get in the taxi. Next time, step carefully. We're sensitive as well as powerful. Engine. you go.
Damn. How many countries are reported in so far?
All of them, sir.
Same thing everywhere?
Yes, Prime Minister. File doors left open, secret plans scattered about, officers left as dishevelled as a child's playroom, and nobody ever caught doing it. No alarms triggered, no locks forced, just doors left open. Security worldwide is in a state of chaos.
Yes, but our project.
Oh, that should still be secure. After all, ours is locked inside umbrella.
Good. What's RM section make of all these goings-on? Sounds like their territory to me.
Well, they say, hopefully, Sixth Sense activity rather than alien. They think they may be testing their new capacities on various large projects. The Tower of Pisa being a prime example.
Straightening that showed a sense of humour, if nothing else. It's almost like childish practical jokes, Silken. One so serious it'd be funny. Well, what does the section reckon we should do about it?
Well, they're hoping their man Smith might throw some light on their overall plan, sir. If they have such a thing, that is.
Well, let's hope so. Now, let's get down to business.
Sir.
Have the security boys rigged up our little underground surprise for Harris yet?
Oh, yes, sir.
Good. And Silkin,
sir?
Make sure the whole of RM section's kept in the dark about this project.
Oh, yes, sir.
We don't want Smith getting any inkling at all about what's going on. And also, the soldier who's to press the button when Smith Harrison Corps are in there hasn't got to know why. All right?
Sir.
Tell him it's the conference room ventilator or conversation scrambler, whatever.
Very good, sir.
Right, that's your lot.
One thing, Prime Minister. What happens if Harris refuses to meet you?
Silkin, I had hoped that our close cooperation on this venture might have changed your nature slightly. But Silkin, the reality is, he shall go through life being a #1 wet blanket.
Sorry, sir.
We'll work on the assumption he will. If he doesn't, we'll have another think. All right?
Very good, sir.
Now, Sam, don't go giving your mum a fright again.
Any thoughts, Brown?
No, don't get it at all. Strange.
Me neither. He'd obviously been sent back. I mean, the command's there as clear as anything. Keep away. But it's not Sixth Sense pattern. It's something else entirely.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I'd understand it better if it was one of our lot. I mean, if he'd poked into a mind that knew he was there and they chased him off home, that would be easy to accept. But, oh, this is something different again.
Well, we've got to find whether it's special to Sam's mind or if there's another deeper pathway for us all to explore. Look, I'll link you to the Blue Light Network later, see if anything's been seen internationally.
Okay. You know, Tom, I know this is going to sound crazy, but the pictures Sam's seeing, the memories he's carrying, it's as if he'd stumbled accidentally into, well, no, it sounds daft, but paradise. And the message that comes over loud and clear is keep away, you're too early.
Paradise?
Sal, I'm getting the same feeling. I went deeper and deeper and sensed a paradise beyond.
What was it?
The question is, Sal, is it an alien paradise, a heavenly paradise, or just a bit of Sam's make-believe?
Donald's coming up the drive.
Yeah, shouting away like mad.
He still doesn't believe mind-talking works, so he compensates by booming.
And surprise, surprise, our old mate and enemy, A.P. Smith, here on a visit. Put the kettle on, Sal. We don't need the Sixth Sense to know that he'll be dying for a cup of tea.
Delicious. And my obligatory 2 lumps. I must say, this letting people look round the inside of one's head certainly cuts a lot of waffle. I open up and in you go. You know the most minute details of my mission. You see the Prime Minister's request, see there's no chicanery, make your decisions, and Bob's your uncle. Must be a danger of honesty becoming fashionable again, it's very worrying. Still, that's progress. I must say I wasn't expecting euphoria, but the government's request for your assistance does seem to be quite reasonable. The only other possible line of defense, if this alien threat does come to pass, is umbrella. So I think it would be best if you did come and test it, and if it doesn't work, give the boffins time to think again, though there's dashed little time left for thinking. Is anybody there?
Sorry, we're not being negative. We're just talking it through between ourselves.
Oh, I do keep forgetting.
As well as deciding what to do about the kids. We're sorry you were treated so badly by
Yes, we ought to call a meeting of the whole community and get this sorted out once and for all.
Well, we're supposed to be keeping a low profile so as not to stir up any more adverse publicity. And instead, the village is getting a reputation like a Hammer horror film. You'll have to do something, Tom.
Look, if you'd like to go back to talking privately, I'll quite understand. I'll just munch on through the biscuits till a decision is reached.
Thanks.
They really hurt him, Tom.
I know. The trouble is, how do you punish them? How do you keep them in hand?
I could understand it at first. The joyrides, frolics, giving airline pilots shocks, that sort of thing. Okay, we're older and tone it down, but I know the feeling when you gave me the power. Wow, I felt like a king.
The kids don't feel like kings, they feel like gods.
I know.
And they're starting to act the part.
There's another thing that really upsets me. It turns out the kids are interfering with the work of the local coppers. Always young offenders. Anyone 20 or under, they offer to train them. Not to help combat the alien invasion, but so they need never fear the police again. And the police, of course, think it's our policy.
And so do the public.
If the kids pick up mind messages without being called, they must be keeping a watch on the police.
Not only the police. They don't mind pushing into anyone's head just for the hell of it. They're having a ball at the expense of our reputation.
What can I do? I can't suddenly set myself up as judge, jury, and public conscience. That's not my responsibility.
But you're the leader.
Are you sure, Sal? Sal, I have no magic solution to make them do what we think is right. People are good, bad, and indifferent. That's human nature. Having another sense doesn't make them any more sensible. Look, Brian, the future of the whole world depends on these kids as much as on us.
Then God help the world.
You do have a responsibility to at least talk to them. To at least tell them that they're doing wrong. Make them see it. But they look up to you. They'll listen.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to them. We'll call a meeting. Let's get it out in the open.
And the Prime Minister?
I'll give what help I can. We'll take baby Sam along to protect us.
Okay.
You look after things here?
Sure.
Settled then. Meeting first, then see the Prime Minister. Right. Let's give AP the good news. Mr. Smith?
Ah, you're back. How nice.
They've decided. A meeting.
All the villagers.
Together. Perfect. Shall we do it then? Soon?
Tonight?
No. Tomorrow. Yes. Kill them tomorrow.
Kill.
Kill. Kill. Kill.
All the oldies, not Harris. Everybody else.
While he's away.
Yes. Open minds for a vote. Decided. One abstain. Anti-plan. Andy. Burn. Steer. Andy agrees. It's unanimous. Unanimous.
Come. Silken. Hughes?
Is umbrella switched on, sir?
Well, good thinking. Right, Silken, what is it?
Harris has agreed to come and confer. He's bringing his wife and son.
Good. Transport laid on?
Apparently he's making his own arrangements. RM have had to send a helicopter to lift Smith out of Wallingbury. Some local transport problem. And he's flying direct to the defence establishment, so he's there to greet Harris and family when they arrive.
Good thinking. Everything geared up in the way of equipment?
Yes, sir. All set to be triggered as soon as they're inside.
The personnel who set it up?
They've all been transferred to different units.
Fine. Harris's training place at Wallingbury.
The troops will go in as soon as Harris is known to be clear, sir. Small groups. No unit will be aware why they're setting up the equipment in the particular pattern chosen.
Good. The question is, will it work, Silken? Will it work?
Right, yes, well, you all know why we're here, and thanks all for coming. The villagers, converts, children. I suggest we speak so we don't get confused with who's thinking out loud at any particular moment.
There's only one voice this side. We are of one mind. It has been agreed I speak for all.
Yeah, but hang on. Okay, all right. Okay then, Andy, open to us so we can read your thinking.
No.
Andy, it's me you're talking to. It's only days since I taught you how to do this. Why are you acting like this?
Don't let's personalise. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm voice, not Andy. Time is too short for such banality.
Why? Why have you all grown so cold, so distant? You stand there now apart from the rest of us. Why? We're all the same, but You're dividing us. I feel your minds meshed, a wall between us.
We're all in this together. We're all facing the same future with the same uncertainties.
There is no uncertainty. All has been agreed.
Like to explain that, Andy?
Voice.
Very well, then. Would you like to explain that? Voice.
Thank you. We know what must be done. We know you old ones are simply fodder for the aliens. We know your minds are weak and dangerous. We are one, invulnerable. You are individual and therefore vulnerable. What you think of as your newfound strength is in our terms a nothing. You live by yesterday's code, and sadly are considered too old to change. We accept that privacy and individual freedom are dead forever. We are now, when necessary, one mind, one group mind. We are in communion with equivalent group minds throughout the world. When merged, we create a totality so powerful that we could, without moving, change the course of the moon or decide and implement a universal policy for the world. This we intend to do as soon as we have dealt with the aliens. You think in your antiquated individuality that you are powerful, yet you are unknowingly the Achilles heel of our threatened world, and must therefore be Harris, be careful! They're going to...
Yes, Andy. What the hell is it? I think they're consulting. God, look at Andy's face.
Doing something to his mind, trying to break through, Tom.
He's in agony, but no sound.
I can't get through. There's a solid wall of pain.
God, they've killed him.
It's the flicker of life. Help him. You idiots. Why did you do such a monstrous thing?
Come on, son, try standing up.
He's not armed, merely punished. He was about to speak beyond the limitations set by group mind. Personality nearly broke through. We all know it's hard to control, and will be for some time yet. It creeps in uninvited, but we're learning. Punishment procedures have been agreed from our inception. It helps. Cleanses the mind.
You sadistical, brainwashed bastard!
It's been decided we shall not punish you this time, Mr. Harris. You and all the other so-called blue light men are to be treated with respect. But please, don't test our patience too far. To continue.
Oh, no. We've had enough. Don't you see what's happening?
You're letting yourself be dehumanized. That's not what it's about.
It's a gift to enhance mankind, free the individual from his blindness.
You're debasing that gift. It's a talent for progress and self-discovery.
You're turning it into a tool for monsters. You must see what you're doing is madness.
You, Mr. Harris.
Your face glistens with fear at this threat to your power. The aliens' plan is under attack.
Look at yourself.
Don't you realise why you're reacting this way?
Don't you realise it's you who's been conditioned?
The government is right.
You and all these other individual sixth senses you created are the real threat to mankind.
Well, must be protected from you.
Mr. Harris, you've enjoyed your moment of glory, pseudo-beneficiary of the mindless mass, in reality, alien tool. You've sucked in their implanted story and swallowed it down without a murmur, without question.
I'm right.
I'm right. Open your minds. Open your minds.
You've carried out your instructions to the best of your ability. You've tried making a bed for the aliens to walk in and lie down on.
You've tried very hard to be Judas to a whole world. The moment of truth is now.
You have failed. Their plan has failed. And you'll be left alive to pass the message on.
Your mind full of doubt? Turmoil?
Can it be true what is being said? How can I prove it's false?
Round and round it races. Rest easy, Mr. Harris. It's true that the answer is unimportant. You failed.
That's all that matters. The alien's plan has failed.
We're leaving tomorrow. Our mind groups worldwide have decided, rather than wait for the aliens to arrive as they anticipate to a comfortably prepared world and a manipulative workforce, we shall search them out in space.
They've made it too efficient. A bad mistake.
We shall let them know in their own world, wherever that may be, the price that must be paid for underestimating mankind. The secret policies and plans of all governments regarding you, individual sixth senses, and the outside alien threat, we have systematically surveyed and approved. If our efforts in the stars for some unforeseen reason fails and the aliens get through, the protection already developed by existing world governments will suffice to ward them off until more adequate facilities are developed.
And as we mind groups in all countries shall attend to you, the individual sixth sense threat before we leave, the world should be safe. We journey to explore and revenge.
We shall not return until the alien threat is eradicated. And when we return, we rule. 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 We rule.